welcome everyone to the Midnight Social Radio. I am your co-host as ever, Mr. Overlord. With me, as always, Kuro and Dogboy, and Bandy's arriving a bit late.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm glad that this is the official recording one. The one before that, are not official recording. So don't, if you're watching this on the Twitch VOD, just skip a few. I'm glad that you're over here at this moment, at this time, at this timestamp, because this is where we actually start. And for everyone else, on YouTube, yeah, this is where we actually start. So, uh,
Uh,
I just want to introduce myself. I'm the red guy. My name is Kuroonist. And then right next to me is Dogboy in the yellow and Overlord in the blue. Um, just want to make sure that when we put this on YouTube and people kind of like were wondering who's talking and stuff like that, that they actually
Yeah.
know like who's talking. No one's commented, but in the far flung future, when they look back, when our four children look at back at this, and be like,
any-
Uh,
anyways, I just made myself a new mixed drink. It's nothing crazy. It's just whiskey and Coke.
like a rum and coke. Okay.
okay.
If you're wondering, I think the brand is Crown Apple. Is Crown, not really Crown, but
Uh,
like Crown.
Hmm.
Like not. I think it's like salted caramel.
No, I know nothing about drinks. See, I'm a clean boy. I never get drunk, except for maybe that time I played like Resident Evil 5, and I fell asleep. But I never get drunk.
Anyways, I think we all have this in our list. Uh, Unity, 20 cents per install shit.
Oh yes, that's on my list.
oh,
Yeah, one of my viewers during on my channel when I was streaming RE4 on Friday was saying that now he can't make any more game he said he can't make any more games with Unity because if they're going to do that to him and it's going to affect RPG Maker Unity somewhat. People are going to be dropping out of Unity. It's going to affect a whole lot of
Yeah,
things.
yeah, and it turns out the current CEO of Unity was also once the CEO of EA, which honestly makes
of
total sense.
fucking course.
Right?
Why am I
Like,
not surprised?
leave it to the higher ups who have the most leave it to people who used to work for EA make the most self-destructive decisions.
Yeah.
Because
Go on.
because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's self-destruction.
Yeah.
To people at home who don't know what Unity is, Unity is a game engine that is really used within the indie scene. It's also one of those ones that's really good for VFX. I've also used Unity before to make my VTuber model. In fact, it's a common thing for people like me to often do use Unity for their stuff in the first place.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you make a 3D VTuber avatar or you're making a 3D VR chat avatar, you use Unity.
Mm.
Hmm.
It was always on a subscription model.
Um, well, first, if you had personal, you had to reach like a certain threshold of cash that you were making. So, for example, if you're like making like around $100, 100,000, 100K, you would have to go to the professional edition. And I think if you like made like I think I'm guesstimating here. If you made like 500K, you would go to a different version of Unity as well.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, but so keep in mind, um, and so like if you're like a freaking like indie developer, um, okay, so it's like 2K per year per seat.
All right, put the link from Ars Technica in the chat.
I'll just put the link here.
Yeah, so like I heard that like games like only up, like games that were made with their like the kind of free assets like only up are getting like hit really hard. And maybe it's because like they saw so many games blowing up, and well, other than the EA dude, but maybe they saw so many games blowing up that they want to like uh, get more money, like 0.2 cents or 20 cents for every upload
Yeah,
and install.
and keep in mind, they're still they're still paying for the engine. So I felt like per year, every month. So I felt like they were making okay amounts of money in the first place.
And
So it's like,
you're going.
uh, and the whole 20 cents thing per install is fucking very open for abuse.
Yeah, what happens is I heard that it's for every Unity game made uh pre-installed and like and uninstalled. Like any Unity game that's out there is going to the 20 cents is royalties they're taking off. Doesn't matter when
Yeah,
they're made. This is going to take effect in January 2024. And if you have a game out there made on Unity, uh, doesn't matter. You're going to get hit by that 20 cents.
yeah, which um, so essentially it's Amino just kind of just self. I meant Unity. To say
Yeah.
meant to say Unity.
See, they both did.
But yeah, Unity essentially it's self-destructed, which I just don't understand. You're already making plenty of money as it is with just them just paying the engine monthly.
Yeah.
Money. We want more. We want more.
Like I understand you want money, but there's a certain threshold that you have to maintain. Otherwise, you'll piss off your customers.
Well, I'm hearing that from developers saying that they said, "Hey guys, just screw it. Don't use Unity anymore. Stop." Because this is just going like a lot of people are like a lot of indie developers and other developers is like just
Which
stop
I
using
don't
this.
blame them, because game development is not cheap in the slightest.
No.
Um, it could be a very time expensive if you're making all the resources yourself, or it could be very 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 expensive, like just money wise.
Oh boy, like the things I have to pay for, the things I have to pay for, or want to pay for, a couple plugins and well, the engine itself is well, I'm using RPG Maker engine, and that's just like you could it one time you get it, but what happens is that the DLC there's some free stuff, there's some not free stuff, and that just comes from the people who make their plugins to go with it.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So, like I said, it's not a very it's not a very cheap hobby. I meant cheap profession. I meant to say.
No,
No, it's really not.
And a lot, and more or less, um, pretty much most of your money is going to be reliant on game sales.
Hmm.
and that's where they're kind of taking the money out too. You know, like for every
Yeah, and
game you're
keep in mind,
selling.
you also have to account for publisher costs as well.
Mhm.
So, and let's say like your game does very, very well, you're essentially fucked.
Yeah. So
So, like I said, I don't blame people for moving to Unreal, Godot.
I'll be
Um,
right back.
all right.
Malcolm.
Yeah, it's
right, bye, man.
um yeah, like games like Only Up and Vampire Survivors, like those games that like that blew up. Those are the games that kind of got hit real hard, or going to get hit real hard in like when this thing if they let this thing kind of pass, because like they made so much money on kind of asset flipping. Well, no, it's only up, but like they're like small
Yeah, and
games that made like a lot of money on just being small but shooting up a lot with
yeah, and
streamers.
a lot of the lewd games that I also review
Mhm.
is also reliant on Unity.
Yeah, it sucks that it still gets them, even if they're like illicitly downloaded. Apparently, that's still you still gonna get hit by that. Like how
Yeah,
do
which is fucking stupid.
so like how does that work? Does the when you log into
I'm
Unity?
pretty sure it's similar to like an anti-piracy measure.
Oh, okay, so
It's I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out.
yeah, it's just it pings the original server or something like that and says, okay, this big game has been accessed or something, and then it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
well, we'll just take because it's been installed, we'll just take we'll take something out of it.
Yeah. Like I said, I honestly just don't blame people for even just moving to Godot, Unity, Unreal, um
I kind of feel bad for the RPG
game.
maker, yeah, for the RPG makers because they were getting hyped up for the Unity
Yeah,
cross thing, the RPG maker Unity, and now people are not going to be using that because it's like I don't want to pay this.
like I don't want any more of my fucking revenue like to be cut off.
Yeah.
I barely break even in here. I barely break even. Barely.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
but you got to hit a
I'm
certain
I'm
threshold.
I'm going to so fuck this. I'm going to learn this new engine.
Like
So
I,
it's like a collective it's like a collective fuck this noise. I'm learning a new engine and I'm going to be on my merry way. Unless you guys get your shit together, um then we're going to be unreal people.
the funny thing was that the president or the CEO, I should say, he actually sold off about 2,000 shares of Unity before this announcement. So,
Why?
because apparently he knew that this was going to go bad, he had the insight to be like, let's go sell off these shares. So sell about 200, or I think it's 202,000 of his own
Wow, so like
stocks.
even the fucking president knew it was a terrible idea, but yet he still decided to follow through with it. Honestly, that's fucking EA higher ups for you. Listen, we're going to do something highly self-destructive. So let's sell some of these shares to at least, remedy this.
Oh boy. I just feel bad for those who are getting into just game development right now. Like they see the
Yeah.
big game gonna get hit real hard.
For for any like up and coming any game developers who are currently listening to this podcast, I'd recommend you use something like Game Maker for like your first game.
What's Game Maker? I never heard of it.
It's like a 2D game engine. I don't think you can I think you can make 3D games with it, but it's not really that optimal for it.
Okay. Game Maker. Oh yeah, make 2D. I never seen it before. I never heard of anyone talk about this. Talk about it before.
If you guys are wondering, Undertale was actually made in Game Maker.
Oh, oh, I. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought I remember people saying it was made in RPG Maker, but okay. Like I didn't know it was made in Game Maker. Um, what other games are there? The Katana Zero. Katana Zero. Oh, Nuclear Throne. Yeah, I heard of Nuclear Throne. Oh, I didn't know there's such a thing.
So yeah, a lot of and it's by Yo-Yo Games.
Yeah.
Hotline Miami was actually made in Game Maker.
Oh. Yeah, I thought Unity was the go to everyone goes to make the whole thing because I know there's uh Unreal Engine. Like I was going to experiment with that a little bit because I found out oh cool there's a Engine kind of thing for free when I went to Epic Games to play what's the game again? The Fall
Fall
Guys.
Guys.
Yeah. So I found out there was like I thought Unreal 5 was like or Unreal 4 one of them was like oh I thought you had to like I didn't think you got it for free. I just happened to be like oh cool you can actually get this thing for free. I didn't do anything.
Crashlands was also made in Game Maker.
Hmm?
Crashlands.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like just some mobile game.
But like, yeah. Long story short, everyone, if you're getting onto Unity, probably should just get off this until they solve it. If they solve it, um, and it
Yeah,
sucks.
if they come to their senses and just undo the thing, which I highly doubt because, like I said, this is a higher up who used to be in EA. They're very well known for having self-destructive practices.
Oh, man, this sucks. Like the news was broken to me. I'm like, I feel sorry for that one, for that well, that
Oh,
guy.
they made Splunky. It
Oh,
was
oh,
used to
wait,
yeah,
Splunky on
yeah.
on Unity?
No,
Oh,
it was
oh,
made with Game Maker.
oh, phew. Okay, all right, yes, good, good, good. That's a good decision.
Yeah. But yeah, Um, so if any of you are looking for like a decent engine to start off with, RPG Maker and Game Maker are two of the most practical ones. Are two of like the most user friendly ones.
You know,
If you want like more coding knowledge and whatnot, then experiment a bit with them because RPG Maker uses JavaScript, and I'm pretty sure with Game Maker, I'm pretty sure you can just use any kind of programming language that you're currently learning.
okay, well that will make it that'll make it much more easier when time comes if I have to go for another engine. Okay, okay, Splunky, yeah, good, good, good. I thought it was made in Unity. I
Um,
have that game Splunky too.
but yeah, uh, unfortunately, oh yeah, I also recommend Pixel Game Maker as well.
Let me look up Pixel Game Maker.
Game Maker MV.
Oh, oh, that's interesting.
Um,
I never knew there's so many different engines out. Oh, the same thing. Okay, such as RPG Maker MV with pixels. It's a 2D.
yeah,
Look.
but you can actually do other shit with it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Another one I would easily recommend is Construct 2 or 3, whatever the fuck it's on.
I want to download that. I'm learning because I was looking when I was trying to make Almanac. I was looking for any game engine out there that was gonna support the game, and I didn't really look too far.
There it is, Construct. Uh, so a lot of it is yeah, there's a lot, and hopefully this broadens a lot of indies' horizons towards other game engines that are out there
Yeah, I mean,
because the ecosystem is very vast.
yeah, I'm learning that now. Because like I didn't know it was that fast. I just thought it was like, oh cool, there's only like these popular ones that people talk about, but did not know there was other ones that people had out there. Like you hear about the
Yeah.
big ones, and that's all you hear about. And I've heard about Unity a lot more than I heard about like Construct or the Pixel one. So
Yeah,
now I'm learning that there are other things. So you don't have to go for the big ones that you hear.
yeah. It's similar with I honestly feel like it's kind of like both Adobe and Unity are losing their grip on the indie scene because like they both have similar problems. One's just more self-destruct than the other.
Yeah, I can see that. There's a time where everyone was using Adobe, and there's a time everyone was using Unity. But when the changes come, then everyone's like, you know what? This is not that cool anymore. Let's move on to the platforms that never really got their no one
Or
talking about them.
like they're squeezing more money out of me than usual. Or the product is now shit now.
Yeah, that's also a thing too.
So it's like, okay, let's try something out.
Yeah, no,
It's similar with Autodesk as well because Blender right now is currently being the ones that's currently know it's more or less because like Blender's kind of kicking Maya's ass a bit because um one, you have to pay an absorbent fee. Two, it's like it's not really that user friendly. And three, actually no, those are the only real two reasons.
I-
So it's like a lot of people, and I think like I said, it's like I think it's just like a bit of a mass exodus from the
I'm back.
welcome back.
hey there. Um, so I think it's just like a mass exodus from the um from like the whole industry standard quote unquote bullshit that we're used to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I did not, like I said, I only know about the big name ones and the ones that everyone's talking about and everyone's using.
Dog boy, to get you up to speed, I blew Kuro's mind
About what?
about there's like other engines out there that people that
Oh
there's
yeah.
other engines out there that aside from RPG Maker, Unity, and Unreal.
Yeah. There's a good bit out there.
I only heard about the big ones because they broadcast themselves every time you open up a game. It's like, well, no, I know RPG Maker because it's more indie. You don't see a lot of that. But what happens is like the rest of the big ones, then they're like, yeah, we're big.
Yeah.
Check us out. We made a game on this engine. We're cool. Everyone knows about us. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
know that there are some people that do take like some of the specs of like Unreal and Unity and make their own engines. And I think you can get them from, I think like some of them sell them on Patreon for fairly cheap. So you can
Yeah,
make your own games and whatnot. Uh I know I've been eyeing, I mean it's not really a gaming program, but it's like an animation program that was made by a YouTuber who took the specs of the Blender so that he could do like these cool, anime-esque animations, 3D, I should say.
yeah, and I also talked about how I also talked about how like it's generally kind of like I feel like there's a bit of a mass exodus from like the software,
Mhm.
like not just in like just like in like Unity, not just like in game engines or in I'm just talking about like software in general
Yeah.
because like a lot of people are realizing, and I'm pretty sure slowly companies are gonna realize is that holy shit, this whole Like this thing, we're losing a lot more money than we're losing money if we keep using this fucking program. Because like the initial problem why people are not really making the switch is that it's kind of hard for people to to learn the program, how to do the basics and shit like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. If you have no programming knowledge, it's like very difficult to. Well, I mean, it's kind of scary.
I mean, like I'm saying like just using use software. I'm at different software in general.
Well, like, like, are they going to be easy to use? Kind of like pick up to use, and all you gotta do is like do you don't have to do much because
Like say like you have a Maya animator and you decide to have them learn in Blender,
okay.
or have like a custom engine, and then your publisher tells you to, hey, learn this new fucking engine for Street Fighter 5, which actually did happen.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I heard about that. And you just switched everything over, and like now they got to do this whole thing and learn how to do it. Yeah, okay.
Or like you're in the Unreal Engine and your EA tells you to, hey, use Frostbite engine, which happened to Anthem.
Didn't that game
Yep.
tank?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it looked cool with all the jetpacks, but yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that was all bullshit.
Oh, what? There's no.
Yeah,
That's pre-rendered. Nothing in there was actually real to do in that game.
yeah, it's all
Wow.
bullshit.
Wow. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, I think um it's just generally, in some weird way, I'm kind of happy for it that Unity decides to just outright do this self-destructive move, because a lot of people are now going to be broadening their horizons to
Engines.
new engines,
Yeah,
because remember kids, the ending of something usually spells the beginning of another.
that's true. That's true.
But Dogboy, what are your overall thoughts on the whole thing? Because you've been gone for the longest.
Um, just overall with the programs and stuff.
Yeah, or like your thoughts on like the whole Unity thing in general, like your final thoughts, really.
Yeah. Okay. So my final thoughts are really, guess we'll be in the same vein as when we last talked about like Clip Studio. And I was just thinking while I was, away taking care of business, that
Yeah.
the that and I was even having a similar conversation like this earlier this evening. That when you are a company that basically builds its identity off of a brand, that this is what the customers have come to know and love about you. That you come around and you do something like this, that it you can't really blame your base, your supporter base, to feel like they're being betrayed. It's you you basically are switching up on something that doesn't really benefit anyone other than your pockets. And and you kind of just taking away the opportunity for, I mean, like Unity. Unity was like a program that I remember, like, I correct me if I'm wrong, because I used Unity like a long time ago. But it was
I
like it
started
was a
I started using Unity because of like for helping with my 3D models. In fact, my 3D VTuber model
mhm. Right,
does use Unity.
right, and it just seemed like it was more of it was like a more of a simplified version of Unreal Engine.
Mm.
You know, that's what it came across to me. Um, but it's but the program, was very much, user friendly or new user friendly from my experiences, and so you have that type of identity going on with with your IP. Yeah, of course. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if like a software just started making romance novels or visual novels. And it would come out left field in a way, and it was just doesn't feel right. Yeah.
But yeah. So this is like a quick message to like any people who want to do companies. Don't fucking do self-destructive behavior. Because you're only just
Right.
going
You gotta. Yeah, like you gotta keep in mind it's like your number one priority is the customer's well being. Like you have a product.
I understand you have fucking investors and and shareholders, but those guys are fucking bloat.
Yeah, like where do you think they get their money from too? Really, from the customers. And
yeah, like I said, it's like all it just is. And keep in mind, this is all like the shareholders are just fucking bloat at the end of the day.
yeah,
Unnecessary bloat.
Yeah, and the second like your ship starts looking like it's going to sink. Guess who's going to be the first to pull out? Your shareholders, your investors. You really just it's like and that's what a lot of companies now just seem like they've forgotten. Like one of the biggest rules about running a business is you need to have like a good customer relationship. You need to I mean, I'm not saying like suck kiss their asses or anything, but you need to be at least like respectful enough
like,
to
you don't have to use fucking knee pads.
yeah really it's like you're taking away like if you're just worried about the money and stuff, then you need to you need to acknowledge like who's giving the money in the first place. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Don't do it.
That's another thing that a lot of companies are refusing to learn about, and a lot of people in general.
Yeah, it's like that chart that you keep on pulling up the bloat of company.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To the people who are wondering, I'll bring up the image right now.
Yeah.
Life. There you are. Life cycle of a bureaucracy. Here you are.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm pretty sure like I took thankfully I took economics class because I went to a fancy charter school. Anyways, here it is. The life cycle of a bureaucracy.
Man.
So this is the expansion. So the first three stages are launch, growth, and maturity. So like let's say like Unity is just like a bunch of dudes who just made an engine. Just for shits and giggles, tits and fiddles.
That's a new one.
And we're wondering they can make like a few companies out of this. Like Millionaire, they can make a few shekels.
Yeah.
Growth is like, okay, there's some employees here and there, but morale and camaraderie is high. Maturity is basically self-explanatory. Office politics, infighting, all that fun stuff. So Unity is currently transitioning from maturity to bloat.
That's what it's heading towards to. Hell, a lot of companies are.
I mean, Disney
Or if
right
they haven't
now
already.
is transitioning to budget cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of leads me to another thing that I was still talking about earlier too. It's like me and my buddy, we were talking about like capitalism and socialism, and it's just like what we got going on. It's not a healthy example of what a healthy free market system should be. You're taking away competition. You're taking away opportunities to help expand or innovate, to
Or if
progress society
you're
along.
cable companies, you're basically paying them to not compete.
Yeah, really, and that's not how it works, because at some point it's going to get stale, as we're already seeing with with the entertainment industry. It's going to get stale. It's going to get repetitive, and before you know it, no one's going to want your stuff, and you're going to lose money. And once that big over bloated corporation can no longer sustain itself, and then it just crumbles down and just hurts everybody in the
That's
process.
currently what the mouse is like right now.
Right. And that's kind of like where I can see how socialism can be applied. Only a little bit though, to where it's like you give like prior to the 90s, I think it's when this was implemented. It's like where it was supposed to have been illegal to be a monopoly. And but then it's like I think something that Bill Clinton did, that he said that he made to where now it was possible, and so here we are. And I feel like that we should
Uh,
once
I think it's
again,
called an oligopoly.
yeah, I think
It's
that's
like it's like a group of like a group of conglomerates all make an agreement to share the same patent and make sure no one else takes it.
yeah. Okay, that might be it then. But regardless, like I think it should be illegal
Um,
again.
if you want like a good example of this, look at the printing companies.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm.
I don't know. I know it's definitely like in a lot of I know it's like a run thing around down here. Is that like a small town's doomed when you see like a Walmart or Dollar General move in.
Oh yes, the fucking I remember that fucking South Park episode.
Yeah, it's like when yeah. Sorry, it's hard to compete. It's hard to have like a competition. It's hard to have a healthy project, because in doing so you're doing stuff like this. You're also taking away the American dream. The opportunity for people to work their way up the social status. You know, get let them have a chance to get out of poverty. Let them get a chance to work their way up the ladder to become successful. That we keep continually having a business or competition. I mean, say, and
And
and like I was trying to say, like this is where I kind of can see where socialism can work, and marriage to capitalism is where you give people equal opportunities to start up their work, start up their own business, or start up or have a healthy competition amongst each other. And like I said, this was prior to the 90s, before it was just became legal, to basically, for what we're seeing now with Disney and Warner Brothers and all these other companies, basically just gobbling everything up in sight.
yeah, like I said, it's an oligopoly.
Yeah, and they don't want competition, but you need competition though.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, how else are you able going to, you know, survive
And
if
I
you
think
don't
that's
have a healthy
um
competition?
and thankfully like one a lot of independent stuff is getting a lot more attention, which I
Mm-hmm.
love
Me too.
because a lot of it is just through because like a lot of people are getting tired of Hollywood shit, so where do people go to? A lot of people just go to YouTube because I think Freddie Wong. If you guys don't know who the fuck Freddie Wong is, firstly,
Oh yeah.
shame on you.
Uh-oh.
But Freddie Wong is the guy behind Rocket Jump, and he
Oh.
makes short professionally style films.
Mhm.
But like, here's the thing, he kind of pioneered the whole internet showbiz.
He did.
Like, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking more specifically about the series Video Game High School.
Wait, Video what?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Video High School?
yeah.
Yeah, it was
I,
let me look
I
it
think
up.
I think I do remember that, but I was like, I said to myself one time I looked at it, I'm like, this is. I might have said this is lame, and then just moved on to something else.
Yeah, I remember watching it back in high school. It was so fun. It was and hell, I think we even watched it during my broadcasting class. So that way we can learn and study like how they managed to you know I don't remember what it was for, but I guess it's something like just studying how they managed to craft this series, and it was really good. It was a really intricate, good series. You had your drama, you had your comedy, you got great characters, and I think it's like a couple seasons. I think
It's only 3.
3 seasons. Yeah,
Yeah, and I was very happy with the fact that I was there around season 3 when it was constantly being made. Even though I
right.
didn't really watch it, the fact that it was just there in the first place and I was there to witness it is fucking great.
All
And
right.
keep in mind, these guys wanted to be in the Hollywood, and a lot of Hollywood is ran by a bunch of boomers.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it's like I remember the kids like during the days when YouTube was just like the Wild West, or still somewhat the Wild West, you still had like all these innovative, creators just popping up. Like Smosh, everybody knew about Smosh, and
Yeah.
then you had Ryan Higa. Uh, then you had you had Rocket Jump. And then you had small time animators, pop into the scene as well. And
Like
then you started seeing the gaming, blast
like
off.
like Ego Raptor.
Ego
Yeah.
Which
Raptor.
by the way, I really hope you guys eventually go back to animation because
I mean, Game
I'm
Grumps is doing right. Doing fine, right? Is
yeah,
that
Green Grumps is doing fine, but it's just like, oh, I
It's just
want to.
Aaron. Yeah, I think Aaron said in like a tweet or something, or comment, that he was just tired of animation,
oh
and it's like dude, you could just get your own like a whole team going on. But then again, it's like him and Harry Partridge, which I know he still does some animation from time to time. Then he's still doing his Star Barbarians. And
yeah?
then there's Do what's this? It's right there at the tip of my tongue.
Um,
Uh,
oh yeah, YouTube also did launch a whole thing for TV grade shows for for their site, and that's how the Bravest Warriors came along.
Oh
yeah,
yes, I remember that. Yes.
the Bravest Warriors, Dick Figures, uh, then Puppy B and Puppy,
Yeah.
or
Puppy
Puppy
Cat.
Cat and B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honest,
Being Puppy Cat.
honestly, I think I'm gonna say it up front. I think Bravest Warriors was actually one of the inspirations behind Enoshima Tales.
You
Oh,
know,
really?
the
I feel like that's like one of the inspirations
fun
behind
fact.
it.
Fun fact. That's when people were kind of coming out with or like every streaming provider was coming out with their own kind of TV show, right? They're originals, Netflix originals and stuff. When
I'm
when YouTube was kind of going with their originals. Because
Yeah.
if that's the moment, that's when Amino was starting to do their originals, and that's when they were starting to go downwards. As I was talking to one of the employees of Amino, he was like, "Yeah, it was a dark time where everyone kind of like they didn't like it, but it came and it went and stuff like that." Yeah, everyone was like,
Comment.
"Originals is a new thing for our streaming platform." Even for social media platforms, they wanted to do originals, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, I remember being Puppy Cat. I remember the Bravest Warriors. I think that because the Bravest Warriors was created by Pendleton Ward, like during the um Adventure Time.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a passion project for him.
Okay.
That yeah, it was just something I think happened though that I think kind of made it fall off. I know there was like stuff with
Yeah, there was an issue.
mech. Yeah,
I just don't remember what issue happened, but there was.
yeah.
I
I
remember
don't.
something going down at that time.
I think it has something to do with like a little bit of budget as well and time. Um, but the but I know it was definitely like where you would see um like a lot of will be found. I guess you could say now with Fiona and Cake, where it was kind of like what he wanted to do with Adventure Time, but couldn't because of the platform, which is Cartoon Network. That's what it came off to me as.
Um, yeah, no, 'cause I remember those were going on at the same time because I think um,
Okay, I'm back.
welcome back.
Uh,
I went back. You guys, I finished my drink. Um, and I was having a weird time walking.
Mm-mm. You
I
already
was walking
you already
like
tilted or
yeah.
you already faded already.
what?
You're did your drink got you faded already?
Like yeah, I'm fucked. Well, yeah, it's freaking whiskey.
Oh, I never drank whiskey, so I wouldn't really know.
Oh,
I never got into my parents' liquor liquor cabinet.
Okay, brown.
Um, no, I'm trying to find out. There's something that happened during that time. I remember when all like Bean Puppy Cat came out and
So
Bravest
what did
Warriors
I?
came out. Train
Yeah,
Infinity Train came out at the same time.
I don't know. I do know one thing though. When I had my 3DS and before I moved to where I'm currently living at, um, I had this thing called Nintendo Video, right?
mhm.
And there were like, and actually a few episodes of The Bravest Warriors. And I honestly viewed that as kind of like a cool thing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Oh, happy tree friends.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Oh yeah,
remember. Yeah,
I watched a few people react to that shit, and it was like, oh my, and it was the most funniest shit. Like, oh my god,
I didn't really watch it much, but I I I watched it. Wasn't I mean then the
Yeah.
fandom kind of blew up. Like first it was like nothing, and then the fandom blew up, and they're like, yeah, happy tree friend and everything. Like now I'm seeing like everyone with like some
dude.
there's
If I get big enough to hang with some of the big VTubers, I'm gonna have them react to Happy Tree Friends.
God. Yeah, I know it was kind of a. It's gonna make me sound like a little bitch,
It was
but
fucking brutal.
it was brutal. Yeah, and it was just at the time I didn't really have much of a stomach for that excessive amount of gore. And It was like, yeah, it was like, so I had to watch it in like I guess teaspoons worth. You
For
know,
me, it's like I still can't stand horror, but I could watch that shit like unfazed.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I watched Two Girls One Cup while I was eating food. Still,
uh,
I was like, like, oh, I don't see why people are. One day when back in the day, like, hey, you should watch this thing. And it's like, okay, sure. And you're like, I was eating cereal at the time.
Oh yeah. I think I was able to watch Vomit Cake. Um, while I was at lunchtime at school.
I just finished eating noodles, so I don't want to. I don't want to really think about it right now.
I can
But
one up you, but
If you guys
I don't,
don't know
but I don't want to.
about Filthy Freaks Vomit Cake, you missed out on some real
I'm,
golden age shit.
I remember vomit cake.
Good thing I dodged that. I'll probably look it
I
up after.
remember.
I'll probably
He
look it
made
up
like
after.
two more cakes after that. He made hair cake and human cake.
I'll probably watch that
But
after the stream, just to be like, like I'm already dead inside. I can stomach it.
but anyways, yeah.
Yeah, no,
I was trying to.
talk about
I
Fitness
was trying to think
Warriors.
of. I was trying to think of what can I go into a different subject as.
Okay. Well, here
And
I got you. I got you. Have you heard of the new AI singer?
Yes, I have. You've designed her.
Yes. Yeah.
AI singer.
Yeah. Well, Hatsumuku has a competition. Oh, this is like
Oh, you mean that
oh
ripoff one?
yeah yeah.
Not Polar, but the other chick.
Throw in the bar.
Let's see if I can find her.
I was going. I was going to ask who y'all think will win this year's Game Awards awards.
I
But
forgot.
I mean, of course, we all know they don't really mean shit. But it's just fun to talk about, though. But this
Yeah,
year has been a pretty good year for games, honestly.
I honestly hope that that it's a game that pisses off a lot of console fanboys.
I'm sure. Uh, yeah, I can see it. Well, the only games I can think that really be head to head would either be Cheers of the Kingdom or Armored Core or Baldur's Gate 3, since it's basically is taking everything by
All right,
storm.
here's the fucking AI pop singer.
Oh, her.
I can't find a
Uh,
I can't find a good picture of her that I can show YouTube gallery, but that's the only thing I can do. Like what was it Noonoori? There's no good picture. And I mean no
Noonoori. Hmm.
I mean there's no good
And
picture. I mean really,
here's her her Instagram.
is she has the Instagram?
Yes.
¿Por
Is she
qué?
really like AI, or is it just some actress?
I think it's
Mocap.
AI. I think it's AI. I'm
Uh,
I'm gonna
Here, I'm gonna drop this link here.
I
Noonoori
am yeah, I'm low key kind of
has
yep, yep. That's her chick.
look,
K subs and 13 videos.
she looks like one of those brat dolls.
Yeah.
Bro, that was my actual reaction.
My
Yeah,
reaction is why? Why do we gotta do why again?
yeah. Why, man?
Are,
It's just
are we trying to really dethrone Hatsumuku like out here? Like you
I
want
think it's just like they're trying to make their own version of both Hatsune Miku and Gorillas.
oh yeah, gorillas. I was gonna say what was the other one before the Nori? The other one with the other blue hair.
Polar.
Polar, yes.
yeah.
I thought that was what their plan was. looks awful.
And if you guys are wondering, yes, I did redesign both of them. I'll have my video.
Yeah, where's that video? Yeah, so I think she got signed up for a song, or she got not signed up for a song. She they did something with her, like she I don't know, she did something like she copyrighted a song or something. I wasn't paying attention to her too much because I'm like, whatever, new AI VTuber singer sing song and then disappear again into the atmosphere. Not new news. But yeah, Warner Brothers has her, like something new song.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's all I really need to know about her. I don't. It's just she's gonna come and she's gonna go.
Yeah, much like with Polar.
So
yeah, she'll probably be just another fad. She'll pop up for a little bit and then
Yeah,
it'll just amount to nothing.
I think. Yeah, it's probably just like I said, like another shitty gimmick. Because like it or not, there's gonna be a gimmick in everything.
Oh,
It just depends if your gimmick is good or not.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of like when we're talking about the whole brands and stuff. It's the whatever gimmick you got going on, it's gotta be good enough, captivating enough, and can hold out long.
There you are, you little.
oh, okay. She's Warner Music bashed for singing record.
All right,
Did
here
you
are the
freaking
redesigns I made. The first one is Polar, and the other one's the is Noonoori.
Yeah.
just looking at Pledge make my computer fan get hot. And my computer fan has never made that sound before.
Jesus
Except when
Christ.
I think
except when it's running Cyberpunk 2077.
or running or Resident Evil 4 remake. Calm down, computer.
But
It's just an AI. She
It's
can't
just an
hurt.
AI.
She can't harm you.
yeah, here are my two redesigns.
She can't harm you.
Yeah, that's them. The
They're coming up. They work too. This is gonna work totally good for the audio listeners. Um, because by the way,
the
Sorry to my audio listeners, to my audio onlys out there.
we're still live. We're just looking at pictures of I
we can
don't even
just
know how to
throw in
explain
edit
it.
and post.
Yeah, most
But
likely.
yeah,
But yeah,
I'm a bit buzzed right now.
we can tell.
But I'm
But yeah, AI singer, new one, might be around for a little bit as a fad, and then next thing you know, it's going to drop off.
yeah. I think it's just like
you know what?
I think it needs to just be niche, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Um, you know what I think is that it's an AI, obviously, and it's a singer. Okay, so this is just a cover for just to kind of get AI songs going. So we have to give it a face because no one's going to listen to AI without a face on it. And and then what happens is that once they kind of like don't need her anymore, then they can advance into like different AIs. Like we
well,
want to kind of push out the singers.
far as from what I'm hearing, is that it's just people are kind of sick and tired of AI stuff now.
Oh, really?
Like I still
That's what it
somewhat
seems like.
yeah. I still somewhat enjoy the AI presidents one.
Yeah, and I do enjoy like the AI covers of cartoon characters, but I'm talking about more so kind of like it's just it kind of died down a little bit from my corner of the neighborhood.
No, I'm hearing it
Yeah.
more. I'm hearing people talk
Um
More
about it more on my
okay,
news.
might be different than for you then.
Yeah, and my
AI art is still like, a thing there, but
Yeah, it's
my
still a thing.
my stance on it is still the same. AI should be used as enhancements, not the main thing.
uh,
Right.
speaking about AI art, the person who does the voice for Daphne, she bought a AI art piece of Daphne for $650 from
And
like
which is funny because she bitched and cried about the dude that used AI voice to you know dub some of the characters in his short Scooby Doo skit. Let me see if I can find it.
yeah, and then you
Uh,
wind up buying AI art. And then people are calling us like, "Hey, this is AI art." You're like, "What?" After that, like, on
I feel like her buying like that fucking AI like thing, that fucking AI art Daphne thing is like another version of buying a fucking NFT.
is yeah, it's so hilarious to me.
I can't even spell I can't even spell Daphne.
These
That's how much I
creatures are
don't pay
started
attention
with
to Scooby
weapons.
Doo. How do you spell it? You
Spell
know
what?
what? Daphne. Like I said, I don't. Oh, it's a P.
DAPHENE.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, like there's so much I don't pay attention to Scooby Doo. I
I
don't even.
guess
Besides, Velma's the more popular one anyway.
in recent time, yeah.
Yeah, in recent time. I mean, back then, I guess she was just the nerdy nerd and no one cared about her, but not until she got tuned to this year. Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go. Go for the. Go for the.
Go away. Yeah, so
So,
$650 for this Daphne image,
wait,
not knowing it was AI
um,
art. And the person's like right here. His name is Emporium. So she hears a tweet of her saying, of it saying, needless to say, requesting money back for this not, and not using the new Daphne image. Everyone's looking out for me. Promise the hugs at Edmonton Expo this weekend will be 100% human. Also, please don't harass this person if you don't want anyone to be hurt by this. After, yeah, exactly. You kind of said, "Hey, that guy may use AI art. I mean, use AI voices."
Yeah, that's where I'm laughing at because she dropped $600 for an AI image, generated image, and yet she you know bitched and cried about a guy using her voice. I'm not saying that was the right thing to do, which even he called himself out on it, and he wasn't taking any profits off of it. So I
No,
guess that could slide. But she basically just took away somebody's job who probably would have done this better for less, like maybe like probably $100 or $200. I mean, shit, I would have done this for like $200. And I mean, I'm it's just
see,
so you just like even just looking at it right from far away from the screen right now, I can already see the problems with it.
I just,
But that's just me, though.
I
you're shortchanging yourself. See, you should always go for the highest amount. Rich people have so much money; they'll buy anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they need to shut the fuck up about, you know, yeah, and then so that's all the more reason they need to shut the fuck up about things they don't know jack shit about. Stay in their pearly white castles and just keep out of our shit Don't put your 2 cents in. Don't put your politics in it. Don't even act like you're a common person or you're just like everyone else.
Yeah, much like what the funny enough, if Bandy was here, he would have had a field day with this.
Right?
The Rock and Oprah Winfrey talking about donating 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 to like the Hawaii shit.
Yeah. I was wondering. I
God.
saw a picture of the Rock and Oprah Winfrey. I just didn't know what it was about.
Man, I don't trust that shit.
Don't trust the celebrities.
I don't trust. Like, after what I've been hearing about The Rock, especially Oprah. I mean, we all know Oprah is one of the shadiest ones now.
Oh, definitely.
As it's just like, yeah, I don't trust any celebrity, hand in helping anybody else. Like, you're just doing just to for publicity and shit. That's all you're doing, man. You don't really care about actually helping them out.
Funny enough, I feel like the only person I can legit fuck with, like business wise, is Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but even then, I'm still kind of wary. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Ryan Reynolds too. I mean, I guess it's just like wary of celebrities.
Yeah,
but I'm sure he's cool. He's probably cool to hang out with too. Same with Henry Cavill and probably Johnny Depp as well.
Yeah, the man was playing World of Warcraft when he got the role of Superman.
Yeah,
that's what you do, man. That's what you do.
I mean, hell, Ryan Gosling too. The dude, like, even though he's basically was like a child actor, he's still somehow, like, I seen a good bit of his interviews and whatnot, but he seems like he's fairly down to earth too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and
I didn't know you were a child actor.
And
yeah,
and he did okay,
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Oh,
and he's also a fellow Canadian.
Oh, yeah, I haven't paid attention to a lot of.
I think he's Canadian.
And I think he did. Oh, he did pretty good as Joe in Blade Runner 2049.
K. Oh
yeah,
yeah, Joe. Yeah, that's the name, right? Yeah. Sorry, I was still thinking about the whole the fan theory that Kay or Joe was Ken from Barbie. I was just laughing my ass off.
The Doomer meme.
Yeah, he's just like me for real. Ryan Gosling is all of us.
I
need to find that thing. Where it's like somebody did a poll of like who should play as a live action Miles Morales, and out of all the black actors, everyone voted Ryan Gosling. and just everyone's just like, yeah, because he's me for real.
I honestly I honestly think like Ryan Gosling he's pretty good.
He's good.
God
damn, all these notifications.
Okay, so another one I kind of wanted to talk about was apparently YouTube is now protecting EDP.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that about? Please, like, because I know he got caught again.
Again?
Got caught in fork.
Yeah.
Again.
Again.
After he at long last took his L. He got caught in 4K again,
and they even denied it. And this was like what, like couple months ago. He was trashing on lollies, This is really one of the biggest. If the more you profess against something, the more likely you're probably an advocate for it.
And keep in mind, kids. And keep in mind. So yeah, he's basically the captain of the Antis.
In more ways than one.
To you guys don't know, like, to anyone new here, Antis are the people who attack people who just genuinely just like just fictional content in general. But later on they get exposed as either being, kid struggle snugglers themselves or just outright terrible people.
They're very much fans of the Pedo Bear.
I was gonna say cuties.
Oh well, yeah, that. Well, I guess I was geared towards like our era of the internet. You know, the OG era.
If you want to be fucking relevant, dude, you should have said cuties.
I wasn't trying to be relevant. I was just trying to like appear to the older fucks like
more,
us.
I was gonna say like, actually no, it's more accurate to say cuties.
But yes. Well, I went with Pedo Bear because he was kind of like the internet mascot for that.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
It was like an Olympic thing, right? It was Olympic kind of mascot, and then they just kind of the internet took them and they just turned into it like the pedo bear.
Oh yeah.
He was like there was a cat, and then they kind of like changed the cat to like show the cat and like and there's like there's all the animals that they had. It was a Japanese thing.
Man. Oh, speaking of cats,
But yeah,
I was going to talk about Doja Cat, but let's
but yeah, let's really wrap this up. I watched Revsys Dissu's video on it. The dude got striked.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Even though it was clearly perfectly within YouTube's guidelines. He didn't show any titties, he didn't show any booty, he didn't show any fucking gore. He just simply just reported it.
Which this happened last time or a couple other times before with his channel, that when he brought up, certain high profilers, and he got striked. And then even like when he was talking about that guy from the One Piece thing during when he was talking about Yamato, you know, you know, when he was talking about how everyone had their headcanons about Yamato being, a trans icon, when in reality she was a girl who was just very much a heavy role player. She didn't identify as a man. She was just role playing as an actual dude who lived in her time.
Yeah, I heard it was like a Well, before they did that, I heard it was like people were saying it was like a mistranslation. That's why they thought she was like a man.
Yeah, partial mistranslation and partial like just context. Like if you look at it like out of context, yeah, it does seem like that. But when you really like look at the full context, yeah, no, they even turn around and start referring to Yamato, to Yamato as a female. She's just was pretend to be some dude, some other motherfucker.
I believe you. I just see the One Piece community is kind of like debating between the two. They don't even seem to know what they want out of her.
I don't think any of these normies or tourists, really know what they really want, because it's.
I mean, what does
and not to get too far off track from the topic, but it's like and this is kind of like part of me wish that anime has stayed niche, both anime and gaming.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's talking about Gamergate. Oh, it's like it's like I kind of wish these things stayed niche, because it was just you get all these weirdos and idiots coming in here, and they don't even they're just like this is what when somebody says call somebody a tourist, what they're referring to, and this is for our general audience, is that you're kind of like a normie though. Like you come in and you watch and you say you enjoy. Let's take the live action One Piece show for instance. I'm seeing a lot of my quote unquote normie friends, really enjoying One Piece live action show, and good because I hear a lot of good things about it actually, both from the hardcore fans and the normies that don't normally watch anime. But let's say,
you're talking about tourist.
yeah, I was giving like a definition. Yeah, it's kind of like that. But when we're referring to like the anime and gaming, it's like you come in and you say, "Oh, I like One Piece," but then you go into the actual product, like the actual anime and manga, and you start going, "I love this product, but can we change this, that, and these and those to suit my needs?" So that way I can like it even more.
Like, and the appropriate response is to tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like self-entitled normies. It's kind of like just an abridged version of that.
Yeah,
It's basically like I think even Rev Desu and a couple others have talked about like whenever somebody complains about like, yes, I love my dressed up darling, but I hate all the fan service. Like, dude, that's all of dressed up darling. It is nothing but fan service. Well, I can't say it's nothing, but it was really good. But
by the way, Marin Kitagawa is silver medal in my opinion in terms of waifu of the year. It will always be Hina from Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah,
Tokyo Revengers fan out here. I'm sorry.
By the way, you crossed that out your bingo sheet, kids.
I am sorry.
By the way, I'm while I'm on the topic of Tokyo Revengers, I fucking hate the fact that in order to watch season 3 of that show, I now have to have a fucking Disney Plus subscription.
Whoa, what?
What?
Yeah.
So they officially made it from just
so now. They went from what they went to HBO Max or just Max to Hulu to now Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's really
which I honestly found surprising that Disney Plus took Tokyo Revengers.
Well, I mean, they also took in Summertime Render as well, and Bleach, but
they did that to Bleach, didn't they?
They screwed Summertime Render so bad.
Like, yeah, I honestly feel like Tokyo Revengers is gonna have a similar fate.
It will. I'm sure it will, because the only way like people were able to watch Bleach is because they bypassed it and watch it on other platforms. I think it's like also on Hulu or HBO Max or something, whichever one. But and plus it's more of a high profile IP. So you have something like Tokyo Revengers or Summertime Render. I mean, not a lot of people really talk about them, and
in the former Tokyo Revengers, a lot of people love to give shit to.
Yeah. I can't really say any opinions because I haven't really watched it. I kind of stopped after episode 5, 6.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing against the show. It's just how I normally am. I got such a huge catalog and my fucking.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I take it from the guy who actually did read the manga.
Like this the guy.
Tenjuku is the best in the entire series.
And but sorry. But yeah, it's like for that's like one of the reasons why like I was hesitant to try play Baldur's Gate 3. Because I am notoriously bad at finishing games. Like I got like hundreds of games that I have not finished, thousands of anime I have not finished, but
I mean, as per Baldur's Gate 3, I heard that it tries to railroad you into gay sex. So I don't know if you really want to do that.
It does kind of do that, but you can opt out of it because like aside from all the bear fucking jokes,
yeah,
it is really fun. It is really incredibly fun.
Oh yeah, looks
and
good.
Like I have 4 campaigns going on right now, and there's so many different ways. Like it literally feels like the ultimate, gaming experience. And I know that's kind of like blowharding a little bit, but you really do feel like you're playing D&D. and that every
Yeah,
little choice
it
you do,
sounds
every action can change the course of the game in an instant. Like you don't
yeah,
even have to you don't even have to follow along with the main game line. You just do fuck all.
yeah. It sounds like you're giving the game a little bit of knee pad.
And honestly, rightfully so. It does deserve that knee pad and that head.
Game of the year.
Because this is what I like about this. This is not like a
Wow.
triple A, another big corporate game. This is made by people that legitimately love the craft of gaming. Like the creators themselves, the guy himself that runs the company, he literally dresses up. Like they really do play D&D, and they really do have their board meetings dressed up in armor, suits and armor, and play D&D while they're having meetings.
Yeah, I heard
They
about
are
that actually.
they are the biggest fucking nerds. And like in one of the interviews that really sold me was when the guy was basically saying that the gaming industry should, like what we've been talking about all night.
Yeah,
The gaming
it honestly
industry.
the fact that they're all in like in fucking in like full on like gear from what I've heard from you, it reminds me of this one time when I was in cosplay Amino in voice chat, and in their classes in this one class, this one chick was talking about everyone in their class should be in full on cosplay. If you don't, you're gonna have points deducted if you're not in cosplay.
Yeah.
That is fucking awesome.
Man, that is really awesome. I think I had a teacher like that. But yeah, it is. Yeah, and when you're playing a game, like we've always had this discussion about, can we tell if an art piece has soul or not? I could tell from the moment I booted up the game. Like there was a lot of soul, there was a lot of love and care that was put into the game, and this is why I was like, I really do think Baldur's Gate 3 will be a damn tough battle to beat when it comes to Game of the Year, because next to that you have Armored Core 6, and I haven't played it, but I've watched in one of my other channels or servers a guy who's been playing it nonstop, and I watched it, and
Yeah,
I'm just
I might actually play the game after I buy my tickets to buy my plane ticket and my ticket to TwitchCon.
I am honestly debating about like just going ahead and buy it, but I need to save money because, anyways, yeah, the game looks phenomenal. It looks like it plays. It's just epic. It's like the Gundam game we never had,
Um
and and
and by yesterday because it's already past midnight. I donated plasma
You
oh
donated
damn,
again.
plasma.
he
So yeah,
donated plasma.
I donated my plasma.
Well, how big was this
So that
TV?
no, I meant like blood.
I know.
You fucker, you fucker.
I know.
But yeah, so it's like, and then this is why like my four top games of this year was Baldur's Gate 3, of course, since I've been giving it head all night. Armored Core
Wow.
6, Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda, and Final Fantasy 16, which I hear people are starting to bitch about it, but
Really?
I'm
Already?
still yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
why people it's because I
I
know
think it's just like I kind of want to talk about this is like a lot of resentment towards the modern day cynicism
Mhm.
that's been like just like the general cynicism that's been portraying in our media.
Oh,
Like I browse Twitter a bit or X, and it's like yeah, like why the fuck and a lot of people are like showing like high amounts of like because like in the recent like Fiona and Cake scene, Fiona and Cake series, like she's fucking drinking alcohol,
I just came
and
across that. Yeah.
a lot of it is just like yeah, like why is there so much cynicism, and we're at the point where it's just like something that's very stupid, silly and lighthearted is often seen as a
Childish.
negative. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's
or
like
just
you're
like an overall negative in general.
yeah, and that's something I don't understand because like it's already hard enough trying to pass animation in general as something to be taken serious in the medium
I'm
landscape.
not even just like I'm not even just talking about like just animation in general, but I
Yeah,
feel like
but
it's
I could
like in
yeah.
like all of like in media.
Yeah, it's like you know what? Yeah, it is because I've noticed that too. And I mean hell that's one of the reasons why like I've been, you know, working as hard as I can on GLM. Because the whole landscape is so cynical. The entertainment atmosphere, the whole life aspects. Like every time I get on social media, Facebook, Twitter, X, YouTube, Discord, there's just something negative always going on, and everyone is so focused on just the whole
Like
like the misery aspects. Like, and it's like the only way you can really deal with it is if you're drunk out of your mind, or you're in some stranger's bed, or you're drugged out. And
it's
and
just like
somebody took that tweet of the Fiona and Cake, you know, and actually I think it was the same guy too, Black D Gamer One, where he posted a clip from the '90s X-Men where it was the episode, and I remember this episode too. I don't know why it just came out of nowhere and hit me, but it was the episode where the X-Men came across Kurt Wagner, the Nightcrawler. He and anyone who don't know their X-Men lore, that Kurt, or Nightcrawler, he's a devout Catholic, even though he looks like a blue devil that teleports, but he's a devout Catholic. And the X-Men come in, and they each have their own opinions when it comes to Christianity. And especially, you have Gambit, who thinks it's just, big hullabaloo and everyone should do whatever they want. Rogue is indifferent, and Logan, or Wolverine, he hates it. He hates God. He hated what, he doesn't understand why God, allows so much misery to have. Like most average people would all have.
I
Um, and then by the end of the episode, Gambit's kind of still in the same place, and Rogue is still kind of contemplating. But then she comes across, Wolverine in the church praying, and so it's like stuff like that. The nuance is just what's missing when it comes to our
that
media.
is like at times it's just like um you just need to just outright just say fuck the cynicism and just let the colors fly.
Right. And that's why I kind of had a feeling when I first started watching Fiona and Cake. It's like I feel like this is going to go down a cynical route.
Well,
But and I'm not by any means hating on Fiona and Cake. I mean, it's good. I'm enjoying
I
it.
I haven't watched it.
apparently it's an adult animation.
It is. It's geared towards adults now.
I did
It's
not
no
know
long.
that.
Yeah, Finn is older. He's in his like I think he's around what my age, like in
Oh,
his late 20s.
wait.
Yeah,
No, wait, that doesn't make sense. Isn't Fiona kick a story of
Yeah,
a gender
but
bent?
I
okay,
think it's
so
I okay, so I think it's still done by Simon
Uh,
as a way of coping.
well, here's the thing though. They at the end of the original run of Adventure Time, they introduced the concept of multiverse.
oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, so they went down that route. So in a way, like Fiona, and Cake, actually do exist, but they exist inside, Simon's mind, of course, but they still exist in reality. And then once you go back and forth from Fiona's storyline, because where Fiona lives is in our world, where she's a daily human girl, and her cat's a normal cat. Until they get isekai'd into Finn's world, and and so in Finn's world, he's all grown up. Jake is, spoilers, dead. Um, and Simon is now Simon again. He's no longer, the Ice King, but he longs for the old days of when the world didn't get blown up and turned to what it is now.
Okay, I found the video. I was
So
going to talk about.
I would have
I
told
wanted
you
yeah,
to
to
talk about.
stop talking, but because we're on a podcast and people want to hear what you said, I had to just endure it. But I was told you to stop talking. I don't want to hear about this. But
oh,
because
I'm sorry, man.
no, because we're on a podcast. I'm like, "Ah, well, the people want to hear this. But I would have been like, you know what? Don't tell me any more
By the
about
way,
this.
this is the video I kind of also wanted to talk about.
But
So
Um,
once you start the series, you basically get spoiled anyways. But all right, darker equals does not equal better. Exactly.
um,
I think
and
I watched
another
this.
thing about you guys know the meme "I have no enemies"
Yeah,
from Vinland Saga. I think that's why it resonated with so many people as well, because it's also kind of like a bit of a call out, like I said, to the modern day cynicism that we have today.
right.
But
Even I've taken that you know concept to heart, but I've tracked that phrase down to basically it's actually a pretty old phrase. Like I have no enemies. You could find that not just in some of Viking poems, but you also can find that in some Eastern poems, samurai, and even you can find it in the Bible. You know, even
yeah,
like yes, like even thing I don't quite remember the verse, but it's like you know, my faith in the Lord, for I have no enemies. You
yeah,
know,
like no, he had, and it's like it's a very bold, and it shows that even if it's not all modern cynicism, dog
hmm
eat dog world out there are just genuinely people who are
yeah,
just don't
and
have any kind of enemies.
right, and to clarify the um the the phrase that a lot of people kind of taken into the whole making fun of it. It's like, oh, you think no one likes you or anything, or you don't think that no one hates you. It's like, no, it's not like it's not this huge pessimist. It's not a pacifist route. It's more so like it's that of course somebody's not going to like you. Of course, there are always going to be oppositions that will stand in your way. Of course, you're always going to have somebody that's going to try to fuck with you, but it's more so choosing to be the better man, choosing to not throw the first punch or cast the first stone, you know, choosing the route of peace and happiness, choosing to just, you know, not let the world control you and make you into something that you're not. Yeah, like this Psalms. Yeah.
you prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemy. Is that what
Mhm.
you're quoting?
No, it was actually a different quote. Let me find that right quick.
Okay.
But let me see.
But yeah, and I'm very happy to say that a lot of people are combating this form of modern cynicism,
Mhm.
and it's just like, because like, let's be honest here, the future's a lot more brighter than people actually think. We're
Right.
at the point where I kind of think that the black pill should just be banished from a lot of people's diets.
Exactly. And I and even though like I do still find myself like very much having existential crisis and nihilistic tendencies, like, oh, this doesn't matter, nothing matters, fuck everything, there's no point in even trying. Like once like or whoever else snaps out of it, you start seeing like there is a beauty to it. There is a beauty to it, and it's just like another conversation I had with my buddy earlier tonight. It was just like it's so easy to get swept up by this world, by all this stuff, and so and 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 so it's but it's easy to go down the route whether you're religious or not, it is so easy to go down the route of just saying nothing matters. There's no purpose in life. You know, I mean, yes, there's the positive side of it where it's like if there's no purpose, then that means I can make my life however I want to be. But there's still a lot of contingencies, I guess you could say, with that. Like, it's like for me, like I definitely am not a good candidate to go along with the nihilistic perspective because because I'll quickly go down the route instead of like how someone else would go. It's like, oh well, since there's no purpose in life and I'm basically my own god, I can do whatever I want. I can choose to make my own fate. And that's fine. But for me, it's just like, well, if there's really no purpose, no reason, why should I even bother? Why shouldn't I just go ahead, pull the trigger, and end it all? It's really dark and grim. But I really, it's like we won't really know what our purpose is, and I am trying to get too spiritual here. We won't know our purpose is until at the end of the road when it's all said and done. And even then, if you really want to like look back on it, it won't be the most grandiose action. It won't be a giant kingdom and statues built in your honor. It won't be people singing your name for hundreds of years. It's as I guess it's like as describing as Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven. This is kind of how I see our purposes, our lives in general. Is like our purposes can start off as just like a no more than a mustard seed.
No, that's faith.
And
I was trying to
That's
say
he's talking about faith. He's saying your faith
yeah,
is if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, then you can do anything you can that you want. That's what he was talking about,
right.
the mustard seed.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I was going to say like for me at least, um if if some if it's meaningful to you,
Mm-hmm.
then it has some form of meaning.
Right.
Like
And that's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah, yeah,
it was a long
it's
way
like
around there.
yeah,
Yeah, I
if it
took a long
has
way.
yeah, yeah, like if for me it's like whenever I'm done with like a video, like for me that's very meaningful. See, because like um I finally was able to get this done in general
Mhm.
because I because like you seen like a ton of YouTubers because like it's not really just YouTube but I see a ton of H game developers in general um often abandon their projects out of like either things out of their control or just in generally they just can't really be fucked to keep making it. And
Right.
it's like and for me whenever I have like a video like I'm not going to focus on like other people's stuff. I might look at it and see what I can take from them, but that's really it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to compare myself. I'm not going to try and get jealous like at their success because they also started from somewhere as well.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's I think I think I think this is going back to me gushing over Tokyo Revengers again,
He
but
pats on the Revengers.
um it taught me a lot about like how mindset really does affect how things go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even when hell Dog Boy, even when you watch like only like 8 episodes of it,
Mm-hmm.
you saw like how Takamichi's mind set changed.
Right. Yeah, I know and that's what I enjoyed about it. I will say, like, even though I didn't watch much of it, Yeah, I did enjoy that. You saw like an immediate progression of his mindset that he did try and push through.
Yeah.
And I guess that's
Like,
what I liked about like Final Fantasy 16.
and the motivation doesn't really matter as much.
Mhm.
It's just the fact that you were able to just change your mindset anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
I never played. I have not played Final Fantasy 16 or watched Tokyo Revengers. I want to play. I
Oh.
want to play 16, but I don't want to watch Tokyo Revengers. Maybe sometime down the road, maybe,
Maybe.
but
Um
20% chance.
but but a lot of people like to give shit towards Takamichi for being really unable to fight. But I think it's just like I said, it's just like a lot of people are not in the right headspace to like understand that, if that makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, I know I know what you mean. Um I mean, like I
But
said, that's how I feel about like the message of Final Fantasy 16. It's very similar with well, to me, it's very similar with Tokyo Revengers. I mean, it's like not like the whole perseverance thing, but it's like there's the whole theme or the whole goal line is that like you have the main character Clive, who basically believes that every man should live by their own terms. Live you know how they see fit. Basically freedom from shackles of you know of oppression and so on and so forth. Your own live your own fate as we discussed earlier.
I know there's a game like that. That I'm
There's a
thinking
lot actually.
there's a lot of games. That's true. That
Well,
have
I
that.
mean, like there's a lot of games that have that same message.
Yeah, or actually a lot of fictional stories in general, or real
Yeah,
stories. There's a lot of things that have that. Okay, there's a lot of things that has that.
yeah.
Like
And funny enough, and oddly enough, a lot of them end with you killing God.
Yeah, I did watch a video because of course, Final Fantasy is gonna every Japanese RPG is going to go that
Yeah, it's
way.
not even a spoiler. It's just like
And when I'm gonna kill God an hour later, just fast forward me
and
over
then
it.
you can now have Chick-fil-A at Sundays.
Whew.
yeah, and yeah, I think we had this conversation years ago when I started God's Lost Mercy and shit. How it's just like it's so I think this kind of goes along with the whole modern day cynicism that we became a society that thought to be free, do whatever we want, live how we want and stuff. But I know it's going to sound like I'm pushing for like enslavement or obedience to some flying spaghetti monster, but no, I'm not. But it's but what I'm saying is that like like for a lot of stuff, like for every generation, there's always going to be something to rebel against. And sadly, especially throughout the 80s and 90s and 2000s, the most common thing to rebel against was
Authority.
religion. And plus, if you look at Japanese history, they really didn't have a good relationship when it comes to religion, not just with Christianity, but even with Buddhism and
Yeah,
Shinto. More so, their governments, wound up defiling it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Using it to oppress and control the people. So that's why we see a lot of that. And plus, I think like in the 90s and 2000, they had a huge uprising in cults that hurt people or
yeah.
killed people.
Like the subway one.
Yeah.
Shinrikyo.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Right.
Um, and and keep in mind, this is also around the time of Bosuzuku, Japanese biker gang.
Yeah. And and it's kind of like similar with how a lot of our generation, millennials and Zoomers, were raised in not the most friendliest households. or happy households, I should say. A lot of abuse and assaults, done by mostly family members who, were of the religious, aspects. So you do have a lot of, grown-ups now that have this hatred towards religion, and or even just to certain aspects of just, I guess, basically it's more so it's like the freedom that we're seeing is more so just out of spite. It's what I'm seeing, and thus it has occurred to. I know it sounds like I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I'm going to wrap this up. That it's just occurred to just this whole. This is what I feel like is what brought about a lot of cynicism. We have a lot of access to knowledge and information, but we don't know to understand it. We have a lot of hatred and spite towards the world that we live in, but we don't know how to absolve it and find peace and forgive and forget and learn
Yeah,
to
that's
live.
I mean, I think we were doing like the whole forgive and forget thing, but a bunch of race/gender hustlers kind of stopped that.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can say that, yeah, and yeah, and this is not even just me saying this. I've heard from several other people from the LGBT community, and there's even videos out there. You can look them up right now, where they say it's like the whole thing about what the whole point about having about Pride Month is having pride in yourself, but you can't have pride in yourself if you need to be validated by others.
Oh yeah, I watched this one this one screenshot from this gimmick account saying like bad YouTube content, and there was a poll saying like would you rather get punched by Goku or go to a gay pride parade, and the majority chose to get punched by Goku.
Wow.
Man, yeah, that's funny. I mean, hell, did y'all hear about the whole kids causing that one trans psychologist lose her mind because she gave out like a survey to the students. I think they were like high schoolers or something, younger high schoolers or
Oh
older
no,
middle.
that's terrible. You're gonna give fucking high schoolers like going
Bro,
full. They,
yeah,
they went full fucking troll mode with that
they
shit.
did. They went fucking troll mode
Oh.
on it because okay, so on the survey that this person gave the students, asked them to fill out, they it was basically asking about your race, your gender, and what you identify as, and of course, you got a lot of foul examples. I mean, you got the Apache helicopter, of course, but yeah, I also have I am an ethnic gift card,
Wow.
or I identify as a toothpaste. It's just a bunch of jokes, and you even had like someone saying like I identify as a homophobe. Yes, we exist. It's just like what the fuck.
Hey, they open the door, and this is what
Uh,
happens when you open the door. You should not open. You should not open the
I
door.
I don't think we're ready for Generation Alpha because they're going to be the most coldest motherfuckers once they get up to our age.
Don't open Pandora's box. This is what you get. Learn your lesson. Stop doing this.
By the way,
GG.
I linked
Yeah,
the
Scrub. Go
I
home.
linked
Stop
the tweet.
psychology in the kids. Go on.
I see it. Wow, that's funny. Yeah, but
Take a gut
yeah,
punch from Goku or go to a gay pride every year.
just run up to Goku.
I'd take a fight with
Hell,
Goku.
I'm pretty sure someone probably said like, "Shit, I'll take a gut punch from Saitama."
One Punch Man. Let's take a punch from
Yeah,
anyone.
One Punch Man.
Yeah.
But
I'll take.
yeah,
I'll take that. I'll take that
Freaking read
punch.
the comments.
I'm gonna look at him. I bet it's hilarious. Have at Goku. I'll take the Goku punch any day over a Pride Parade. Dude, I've had some of the best gelato gelato at Pride Parade, and before you say anything, would you rather have more milk or eggs in your ice cream? That's all gelato is. Little to no eggs, ice cream with less. It's delicious. Yeah. It doesn't say Goku has to go full force, so gut punch. He would go easy. Yeah, I'll take the stomach punch. You won't last 5 minutes playing this game. Copyright lawsuit. uh, okay. There's a Trump one. Is it bad that I'm okay with either? Goku solos. I don't think people realize you get to meet Goku for once. I mean, that's fair. You actually get to meet Goku, so hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He probably, let's say, he rides right on a Nimbus. I'm like, damn right.
I think I'll go to the Pride Parade. Goku would punch a hole in through me. Goku would just wish you back and be buddies. Yeah? Well, let me prepare my will. My body is ready.
So,
Oh yeah, and on my I don't know what's trending for you guys, but on my side of Twitter, Lolly is trending.
huh?
Let me see. What's trending on my side? The game. I lost the game, guys. I lost the game.
The game.
No.
Dodgers murdered. GTA 6. David Tennant
Azure Lane
and
is
rigged.
trending.
Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about. But
Oh
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure I'm pretty sure we already talked about it.
Wait, why is Lolly trending on
We
yours?
basically telling the tourists to fuck off.
good. What's RP Irish?
I don't know.
They must have.
But yeah,
Oh shit! Really? She's dead?
give case and to make sure it's not a hoax.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Let me make sure. Let me make sure.
Yeah, I'd give it a few days to make sure it's not a hoax.
Yeah. Let's. Singer Irish Grinstead of the girl group 702 dies at 43. Damn. I hope it's a hoax.
Breaking news.
But yeah, Lolly is trending on Twitter, and whenever I try to click on it, because Lolly is blacklisted on Twitter.
Yeah.
From being trended once again. So all I hear is just like I don't know, like I guess like how many aunties will get angry at me, will get angry at lollies. How much salt will I mine?
Azure Lane because that one character with the giant
it's like
chest.
it's like why the fuck do you it's like people are
One
talking about like
Piece.
why the fuck do people like this? Like, dude, people like boobs. Men love boobs. Women love boobs. Trans people love boobs.
Everybody loves boobs.
Yeah.
Like literally everyone loves boobs.
Oh, the latest episode One Piece is trending. Bleach anime. I guess I need to watch that. Bleach's been killing it. Oh yeah. Speaking of Bleach, I guess we could add this before we hop off because it's 2:00. There was a bit of a controversy with the last episode, the previous episode.
What happened?
Well, there was a scene like or not. I don't think it was the last. Yeah, I think it was. It was when Orihime was introduced. With her new outfit, right? And if anyone who's read the Thousand Year Blood War, it was more so. Let me find the find the fit. So it's
Is it like?
so it's pretty revealing.
I'm thinking it's like the one from that.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, but the outfit was not censored. No. What was censored though was Yoriichi's entrance. that was cut out, where like she would drive her hand through Orihime's outfit to not only tease her but to tease Ichigo, because both her and Chad were asking, Ichigo what his thoughts and opinions on her outfit.
I think you can get a good job from those bazonkers. I think it's quite revealing.
It's very much
Tight.
quite revealing. I'm trying
Quite
to find
useful,
the fucking
too.
page where it had a Yoriichi basically just driving her hand through her chest. I mean, not in a gory way, but it's like it's just sticking it through the breast.
Yeah,
I should say.
that's what he's doing.
And people were wondering why was that left out, and even Tide Kubo has released a statement saying like he has told the studio several times that's like this is going to be aired late night, so there's no need to censor it. There's no need to take it out. But they did take it out, and it's kind of a shame. But of course, you got those, tourists, those antis. That was like good riddance. It was unnecessary. But the thing is that kind of like takes out. Well, one, you take out more voice lines from Chad, and he doesn't. He already doesn't have that much voice lines, anyways. And plus, it's like the out of pocketness is very much in line with Yoriichi, the perverted out of pocketness.
Yeah, and I honestly feel like Chad was always just meant like a bit of a man of few words in the first place.
Yeah, really. And that's what I like about him. It's like when he speaks, you listen. Like you don't have to worry about him rambling on. It's just like me. Once he says something, that's it. And he means it.
And he punches real hard. And he's a Chad.
And he punches really, really hard.
And he's a Chad.
Yeah, he's the truest of Chads. You cannot be any more Chadder than Chad himself.
Before the memes era, he was there.
Yeah, he's the original Giga Chad.
I think I'm sobering up a bit.
Yeah, but another thing too is like you kind of like take away a little bit of the I don't know. To me, is like it may seem like just a random fan service perverted shit, but it's like you took a lot out of the characters. You're already in a tense situation, anyways. The blood war is ramping up, and things are getting kind of dicey. So it was something funny. It was something goofy to just ease off. And plus, you got characters. Plus you're highlighting the relationship between Ichigo and Inoue.
The sergeant interrupt, but Bleach has a lot of big titty characters, and people would often draw these ones. So her dress is par for the course of a Bleach character.
Yeah.
You got
it's very much it's very much par for the course.
Yeah.
But
you need something to cool down this or heat up this 1,000-year blood war.
It's heating up, all right.
But yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
I think I watched like maybe one episode or two episodes of the Blood War. I'll get back to it as soon as possible.
It's really good, and they even added in a couple of fights already, and I won't say which ones, but anyone who read the manga will know.
How about,
because
sorry, I was gonna say, how's people feeling about the that one boy that's that looks like a girl?
Giselle?
Yeah.
Okay. So at first, people were pulling the whole Bridgette thing. It's like, oh, we finally got a trans rep. But then the actual fans come in. It's like, no, you don't want this one because you have a necrophiliac, murderer.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
like it's basically a Nazi.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
And I said this like a few times, like just because you cross dress doesn't mean you're fucking trans.
Right. It does. Yeah, it does not mean that.
You know, I think they're just trying to take wins where they can get them.
They are, but really they shouldn't. And their biggest mistake was, and honestly, that's still how I feel, is Bridgette, because you basically just said like it's okay for people to gaslight children into being an opposite gender.
Yeah, which we here at the Midnight Social Radio, we do not support that shit.
There is a video. I didn't watch it, but there's a video out there. Where it was talking to what's his name? Um, Daisuke is like, hey, how do you? Or it was a video. It was like saying something about, hey, Daisuke, how do you feel about you making the first character like this? And um, or if they're not asking, I saw a thumbnail. It was just like Daisuke's made a mistake or opened up some Pandora's box, and now he made it with Bridgette. I didn't watch it. I was like just passing by. I was like, by the time I tried to
Yeah,
turn back
I've
for
watched a
it,
couple of videos,
it was too late.
and yeah, I watched a couple of videos, and he like 10 years ago, he didn't know, or a lot of Japanese or Eastern people didn't know really what trans person was.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh,
and
probably
so
they had to like probably did they have a term for like otokonoko, which is like
man's daughter.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but
But
that wasn't like trans though.
mhm,
That was just basically like, you remember the term metrosexual?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was kind of like that, where you were a feminine male, but you were still male.
yeah,
Yeah, so it was just, that's basically what the phrase ultimately was. It's like you're a dude, but you dress nice, you dress pretty,
I
like
mean,
Taiwan.
I
oh,
honestly don't understand why it's like why it was even like like metrosexual is kind of a thing. It's like there's nothing wrong with dressing nice.
The what?
Like I don't understand why that's even a thing. Like there's nothing wrong with dressing nice in the first place.
No, and it wasn't like meant like a slur or anything. From what I could remember, it was just a term for, I think it was a whole episode of
Maybe
South
my
Park.
yeah, maybe my perspective is a bit skewed because of that episode.
Yeah, but it was like, I don't know, it was, what was I going to say? I got distracted by something. Oh yeah, yeah, it was just
yeah.
yeah, it was just, you were just a feminine homeboy, but you still like women. Yeah, you would get ragged on, but it was just, I think it's like if you deduct the term like metrosexual, it's more so like for city boys, I think, because metropolitan.
Yeah.
But let me look up the word right quick.
Yeah, I'm looking up
Uh,
too. 'Cause I know I heard it, but it's like
True.
there's like so many different versions of the same word. That's not English language how it
yeah,
goes.
metrosexual, relating to or denoting men who live in urban areas and enjoy shopping, fashion, similar interests traditionally associated with women or gay men. So yeah, you were still, yeah, you would still be a heterosexual, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, and
male, as we've
I think
been
it's
hearing.
There's
yeah, and
more
like
categories.
not all traps are gay. Remember that some traps
Yeah,
clearly like chicks.
I mean, I made a
yeah,
trap in my comic. Then yeah, he wasn't gay.
yeah, and like
Funny
and
enough,
another huge disservice of making Bridgette trans, like, you take away like his whole agency was that he was just finding his manhood,
The whole story,
you
yeah.
know. And so by the end of the previous games, one of the previous games, he took pride in his manhood, but still chose to dress girly. And it's like, and Bridget's like one of the coldest motherfuckers though. It's like he is so cold that not only he will kill you and take the money off your corpse, but he will go home, bang your wife, and then
I'm
make her
like
want more. He'll basically, he's
I
basically
think it
like,
was just
he's like
the characters fight.
He's like a female, not female. He's like a fanboy version of Yujiro Hanma. Damn it, Overlord! I think you rubbed off the alcohol on me, which I had some alcohol earlier tonight, anyways.
Yeah,
Dude, I had fuck. Dude, I drank my whole drink. Like I'll like this thing is like I think it's like 12 or like a few. I think the thing is like 12 fluid ounces, and I dumped the remaining alcohol, like the remaining whiskey I had here, which is which is crown cinnamon, which is crown salted caramel, and I mixed it in with Coke.
Yeah. Funny enough, I don't really see Baiken as all that masculine. I know like how she's presented, but she's actually more girly than most people think she is.
I think it's because like the word futa and how like every tough girl is like kind of falls into like the futanari kind of category. So
Yeah.
if she's tough,
I think she's more I think she's more tomboyish.
Yeah,
but
she's very much tomboyish.
But I think what the people are thinking is like, okay, well, you're a strong woman, and so what happens is that you probably are more dominant, so you're going to be that masculine futa nari kind of girl. So you're just going to be pretty much masculine, and if you're basically the femboy character, you're going to fall into the Bridgette side.
Yeah, and this is how I know like these people aren't real Guilty Gear fans.
Also
because like even while still looking like a girl, Bridgette, like I said, he's a gangster. He's a real N-word.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a whole ass motherfucker.
I'm on Twitter right now, and one person's asking which one would you rather see you get dressed as a tomboy or as a goth, and 61% of people chose goth.
Man, yeah, goths are still the hottest thing. Yeah, and then like I said, like Bridgette will, like I said, kill you and
additionally
in the same room.
Additionally, if they're also very dominant, that's a bonus.
Yeah. But
Doggo, I'm sorry we had to revoke your N-word pass card before we went back on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can't even say the I'm pretty sure you can't even say the gamer word on Twitch anyway.
No, you cannot. On Amino, yes.
You can. I don't even think I'm not even gonna continue the conversation, but yes.
Yeah, like I said, like you I'm pretty sure you can't even say the gamer word on fucking
I still
Twitch.
got a whole closet full of N-word passes, so I'm good. I earned my black stamp of approval. I earned my colors.
Drunk.
But yes. And I guess I could just end off with this. Like another thing, like I was talking to my friend about, is that for me, it's like when it comes to like masculinity and femininity, it's like for me, like what makes a man or manhood or masculine is just like it's not about like how much weight you lift or how big your beard is or how big your wiener is, or how many bitches you sleep with.
Yeah, it's like
to me is essentially it's like your boy who decides to take responsibility for your actions, and you determine what you value, what you want, and what you need, and what are you willing to do for it. That's to me what makes you a man. Same thing. Yeah.
Similar thing here as well. It's like it's not like how many chicks you slay. It's like not how much puss you slay. Is, by the way, this is ironic because I am in the lewd gaming scene, but this is coming from a virgin. I don't care like how many women you slept with. I don't care how many fucking weights you lift. I don't really care about that. It's like, are you like true to your own character?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Like who you are at the end of the day is going to be more important than anything else, really. It's like, what do you care about? What do you love? What do you cherish? What are you willing to fight for, and what are you willing to die for? Like I think I came across those sayings, like, you know, you know, what's the point in living a life if it's not worth dying for? It's kind of extreme, but you get what
Yeah,
I'm getting at. And you
yeah,
can take the same argument towards femininity to womanhood. It's not about like what's gender norms or not. That's
I,
nothing to do with that. It's just are you a boy and girl willing to take responsibilities for your actions, for your choices?
by the way, notice how we say responsibility and not accountability. I
Yeah.
honestly feel like responsibility has just been gotten out of people's fucking vocabulary. Like, it's a foreign concept.
Yeah. But even then, like, accountability is also important as well. But that being
Um,
said, responsibility is still very much,
yeah, like I think responsibility is just outright just more important than accountability, if that
Mhm.
makes sense.
Right.
And I'm not just and like specifically like just outright personal responsibility.
Yeah, and so it's like we're not saying like you can't do what you want, but at some point you gotta ask yourself, what is it that you need in your life? And it's like, and I guess you could say, like, when you have responsibility, it kind of helps to want it, and then you need to have. But let me get my phrasing all right and shit, because I actually mentioned this in one of my chapters. Curl could probably will remember it. It's like the need of desire and want of responsibility. You could want something all day if you choose. You have that choice. You have the free will to want, but you need to accept the responsibilities and be accountable for whatever comes with it. And then at the same time, though, to balance it out, you need to want the responsibility of just whatever else, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
I think
Old
that's
Papa Dog Boy here.
All right, I think we should wrap this up,
yeah.
right, guys?
Yeah, let's wrap this up, guys.
Yeah, it's almost fucking 3.
Yeah. Well, no, it's on my side. It's two
Yeah, it's still
twenty.
220.
2:30. It's still 2:20, but still.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the part where everyone stops paying attention in the video because I don't know why. I guess they're like, well, all the good stuff is gone. Now it's time for them to talk about their lives. Every time I check the video, so and I really wanted to talk about Final Fantasy, and I had another thing I wanted to talk about, but it's
Oh shit, yeah.
yeah, but we're not
Yeah,
gonna
sorry
worry about
about
that.
that.
What we're gonna do is just
I think it's I think it's nice that we get to have a lot because we just lack topics in general.
yeah,
But I think it was just like generally just nice to have the more um intimate discussions.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, and
Do
that
you
way people
want
can
to
know
try
us.
and say something right quick about Final Fantasy, Kuro?
Trailer's awesome. I pogged out at everything that happened there. With everything that happened, yes, Final Fantasy. Everyone knows that Final Fantasy Rebirth 2 is going to look so good. You're gonna
It's going
nut,
to
you're
be
gonna come, you're
amazing.
gonna piss, you're gonna shit yourself. You're gonna do everything. That game is going to look good. All right,
Yes.
moving on. Um, that's it, basically it. And the next thing was
Yeah.
that 70 shows the actor Danny Masterson. He
Yeah.
gets like
Danny.
30,
Yeah,
30 to life because yeah, he struggle snuggled two women, or three apparently, but these struggled two women. And yeah, and people are making saying, oh, I hope Scientology gets him off of it, gets him out of jail or something like that. I didn't even know he was part of Scientology. I
I didn't know that either.
didn't even
yeah.
know that's
A lot of people that you wouldn't be expected are Scientologists. Like it's a rabbit hole that I'm pretty sure that none of us will ever get in with.
Yeah. So that all happens. So anywho, yeah, that's my wrap up. Basically, what I'm trying to do is put the wrap up in the put the news in the wrap up. So what happens? People will still be going on this. And if you're listening to this part right now, thank you for listening into the wrap up. I don't know how many people it is, but it's a low
That
number.
that means you're special.
Yeah, you who's listening to us
Yeah.
right now, give yourself a pat on the back because you made it this far into the podcast, and pat yourself because a lot of people don't listen to the closing part. Yeah, so basically for me, it's just that I'll be playing Resident Evil 4 on Fridays, and I'll be playing Mortal Souls on Monday. I want to get that Twitch viewership numbers up because I let them fall down because I played a bunch of indie games that no one cares about. But then I was like, I need to get it up. So now I'm just playing games that will get it up and basically solve that problem. So that's it.
For me, I am probably going to make another discussion piece. I'm also working on a new project for my YouTube channel. Dog boy.
I'll keep this brief. Same stuff. Nothing really going on. Still working on the comic. Next chapter. Don't know how long that'll be. Probably another couple months. But still read the previous ones if you haven't. The remake. Look for the remake version. And that's it.
Oh yeah, one more thing. I am trying to go to TwitchCon. I'm just saving up for, my plane ticket and my pass.
Well, don't forget to Twitch a little bit for me because I'm not going. But do some twitching for me. All right, that was the worst dad joke. Okay, that's out. That's over.
Yeah.
All right, it's over. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hold on. Can you do that one over again, Mr. Overlord? I didn't hit the record button.
Oh sure.
Yo, this is awful. Okay, now do it.